Get ready to elevate your life. This is Talk with JSB, where we explore the art of collaboration and unlock secrets to financial freedom. I am your host, JSB.
I said 5 in the morning, I wake up to 5 for my earnings. Yeah, in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk with JSB. My name is Janice Bailey, better known as JSB, your go-to realtor and your beauty godmother. Today on this episode, I have the top producer himself, Ladarius Peterson. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited.
I love it. Before we start the episode, I would love for you to tell us about yourself.
Absolutely. So, as she said, my name is Ladarius Peterson. I am a South Florida native. I'm a father. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm also a veteran. And I'm here to really assist my community.
So on today's episode, I kind of want to talk and probably get to know a little bit more what made you transition from leaving the military into the career of real estate.
Right.
So let's talk about it.
Okay. To be close to the family, honestly. Being in the military, I was always on deployments, always away from home, my kids. So I really had the passion to, leave the military, pursue real estate, which is what I always wanted to do, but mainly also to be closer to the loved ones that I have that's here in South Florida.
I love that. And then did you have maybe any family members or friends that maybe was against you leaving the military?
So, funny question. I learned a lot about myself going to the military and getting out of the military. And in the beginning, I had family that was actually against me going to the military.
Oh, wow.
Which, as I got out, those same family members also wanted me to stay in the military. So I learned something important that is really about doing what's best for you, doing the things that you enjoy doing, and really making the best decision on your own. So, yeah.
And I'm kind of just tying in with that same question, because they were against you leaving the military. Real estate is not something that you'll get a check every week, every 2 weeks. It's not residual. I mean, it could be, but sometimes we have our ups and our downs. Do you have anyone who's maybe against you being in real estate and maybe not having something else that's more secure?
Absolutely. Whenever you take on the mindset of becoming an entrepreneur, you also have to keep in mind that it's going to be ups and downs.
Right.
And just from the previous generations, our grandparents, our parents, it was always taught to have something more stable, something more secure, go to work, get a good job, 9 to 5. So, one thing I can say, the generation that we're in today, we're creative. It's all in our hands really to create that diversified income. Always having something constantly coming in, but it takes work. It takes work. Just like how you gotta get up in the morning at 9 to 5 and do your job. You have to have the same mindset and discipline as a self-employed business owner.
Right.
You have to just have the go get up mentality to make it happen. So it's no different from working a normal job, but you definitely have a lot more discipline.
For sure. Do you feel like your experience in the military maybe prepared you for your career in real estate? If so, how?
So anyone who's been in the military, served, I believe they gain some core values.
Right.
When you're a real estate agent, it's all about having integrity. It's all about being trustworthy. These are things that just enhance when you're in the military service that you could apply to any industry. So that's one thing I would say the military has kind of prepared me to do anything I put my mind to. It's just really having that integrity to see things through and to be honest and treat people fairly, do right by people. In this case, do right by my clients. I'm gonna always have their best interests at heart. I'm gonna always be someone that they can trust and count on. Get the job done, if anything.
I like that. I love that. What advice would you give, maybe advice or tips would you give other veterans who's maybe considering hopping into the field of real estate?
So, anyone who's a veteran, I feel like, it's all about what your end goal is. You really gotta be passionate about whatever you do, but if you do decide to get into real estate, I would just say bring that work ethic that you have in the military. Which one thing I can say, military don't allow you to slack off. And real estate is a demanding industry. It's very competitive. So you have to always be at the top of your game. So you definitely want to be able to, be in a position where you're gonna constantly like add value to other people, and really just be an asset to wherever you need it.
That's good. What aspect of real estate do you find most rewarding compared to your career in the military?
Wow. So I definitely have to say the most rewarding thing that I get to do as a realtor is change the quality of life for my clients. Whether it's buyers, sellers, like helping someone achieve their goals, it really motivates you, and it really makes you go a little harder. In the military, everyone who serves is proud to serve. But they're serving their country. They don't really get to see where all that hard work is going sometimes. In the real estate industry, you get to make that connection. You really get to see like the changes you're making in people's lives. Seeing someone buy their first home, that's a great feeling to be a part of. And really just helping someone achieve their goals on a day-to-day basis, that's the most rewarding thing I could imagine.
For sure, helping everyone build that generational wealth through real estate, because I feel like that's like the biggest way to build that generational wealth.
That's the key. And when you're a realtor, you really get to hold people's hand and teach them. You get to teach them along the way, and really just you get to make their experience what you want to make it. And at the end of the day, you really want people to, gain something from you. Just walk away with some value.
For sure, I love that.
Yeah.
So, as a realtor, what is the most craziest myth that you've ever heard about the real estate business?
Well, if anyone tell you being a realtor is gonna be easy, don't believe them. Don't believe them. One of the biggest myths that I think I hear all the time is that the housing market is gonna crash. I think it's funny because everything data-wise is showing us the complete opposite. Supply and demand, just the normal way things work. If you don't have, much inventory or something, there's always gonna be a demand for something. And right now, where we're currently at, there's a shortage of houses on the market. There's always going to be people who need a place to stay. There's always going to be a need, for housing. And right now, the inventory is low, meaning that it's going to be a higher and higher demand for it. So, I definitely just see the market shifting and increasing. But that's definitely the myth that I get asked all the time. Is the market going to crash?
Right.
Everything that happened in the last market crash, it was things put in place so it don't happen again. Like in 2008, you had way more homes than buyers. And obviously that's just a recipe for disaster. You also had a lot of foreclosures. Like right now, we're, recordly low compared to where we was at in 2008. And also like the funding and the lending requirements is totally different now. Like I said, he put a lot of roadblocks in place so it don't happen again. They making sure that the borrowers are well qualified. So there's a lot of things in place. I don't see a market crashing. So when people come to me and be like, "Yeah, the market's on the crash. I'm not gonna buy right now," I laugh and I have to educate them.
Literally, they're like, "I'm gonna just wait till the market crash. I'm gonna wait till the interest rates go all the way down." Just like you have to marry the home and date the rate, because by the time you wait, the house that you are in love with, it's gonna be skyrocketed compared to what it is now. Like the price is gonna be completely different.
So don't wait. If you're looking to buy a house, contact one of us today, and let us teach you about the rest.
For sure. So let me ask you a little something more interesting or fun. So if you was to compare your real estate career to a military operation, what would the mission objective be?
Oh wow. I feel like the missions are the same. Definitely recon, and you gotta really like acquire your target. So obviously in the military, before you start any operation, you gotta develop data. You gotta get information about where you're going. The surrounding areas, things like that. real estate is the exact same way. You gotta know your competition, but you also gotta know the data. You gotta be prepared because it's all about execution. You can't execute without actually, having information. So prime example, me as I'm preparing to put a house on the market, I'm doing my recon about the surrounding neighborhood. I'm doing my recon about the homes that also sold in that area. All these things are just like preparing me to, be able to provide a service to my sellers. Because I can't go in the battle, not armed on not the enemy, but the opponent. So
I like that.
definitely have to and know your target. You gotta know exactly who you want to sell a house to. Yeah.
So this show is to encourage our viewers to elevate their life. So I like to end the show with a little bit of manifestation. So what are you currently manifesting?
Wow, a lot. The main thing I'm manifesting 2024 and on is definitely taking on more investments. Right now I'm in process of gaining more properties, really just tapping into more income producing activities, just to create that generational wealth for my kids, my family, and really everybody around me. I really want to be a great resource for anybody that I come in contact with. So, definitely building that investment portfolio.
Perfect. I love that. And I know our viewers would love to find you on social media so that they can contact you, do business with you, collaborate with you, connect with you. So let our viewers know where they can find you.
My Instagram is the main platform. You can find me at realtor_blessing in disguise. On Facebook, you can type in my name, Ladarius Peterson. But yeah, that's the main place you can find me.
Perfect. And I'll also drop his information down below in the description and in the caption so it's easier for you to find him as well. Thank you so much for joining an episode with Talk with JSB. I love that you hopped on here and, just shared your experience from transitioning from the military to real estate. Real estate is not easy, and I'm pretty sure the military wasn't either, but you survived the military and you're surviving the real estate. You are a top producer, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm happy to even have you on this episode so you can share that experience with everyone.
I'm just as excited as you. I'm grateful to be on the show. I'm glad that, I get to just talk about my experience. I hope it motivates anyone else that's been in my shoes, and I just want to be a source of, inspiration.
Right. And for everyone watching, thank you so much for joining the conversation on Talk with JSB. Remember, every idea shared, every story told is a step towards a more enriched and connected life. This is JSB, signing out.